Hi sir, my name is Prithipa Nandini Sivaraja, student ID DEM05283. Today I would like to present about hacking into computer systems. IT managers are responsible for coordinating, planning and leading computer-related activities in an organization. They help determine the IT needs of an organization and are responsible for implementing computer systems to fulfill the organization's information system requirements. The scope of an IT manager responsibilities varies. In some cases, the focus is solely on computer networks. I am holding the post of deputy manager of the IT department in a company. My employee informed me that some of the computer systems were hacked by someone. I am the one that investigating this case. Activities that a computer crime investigator perform consist of recovering document system of hacked computer system and obtaining facts that can be used as evidence to prosecute crimes. After receiving the report, I investigated and found at the moment within the context of computer security, a hacker is someone who seeks an exploit holes in the computer system. The style of life that has formed around hackers is commonly referred as a computer underground, and it is now respected community. Hackers can use this access to control each gadget linked to our community. This could expose our family or office not just to the risk of information robbery, but also to a physical break-in. Departmental Management Control is in charge of gathering and preserving information about their computer systems. This data comprises of determining which structure are being used and for what purpose and the structures are being used. The evaluation data and machine stock are utilized to determine which structures should be validated. To compensate the issue, complicated passwords are used. The more secure your passwords are, the more difficult it is for a hacker to infiltrate your laptop. More stable is usually more longer and more complicated. Use a password with at least 8 characters and a mix of digit, capital, lowercase and computer symbols. Hackers have a plethora of tools at their disposal to disrupt short, seamless password in minutes. The second is Internet Protocol Address. An IP address is a unique identifier that identifies a device on the internet or local network. IP stands for Internet Protocol, which is collected of rules that governs the format of data transferred over the internet or a local network. IP addresses are identifiers that allow information to be transmitted between devices on a network. They contain location information and make device available for communication. The second is Internet Protocol Address. An IP address is a unique identifier that identifies a device on the internet or local network. IP stands for Internet Protocol, which is collection of rules that governs the format of data transferred over the internet or local network. In essence, IP addresses are identifiers that allow information to be transmitted between devices on a network. They contain location information and make device available for communication. The internet requires a method of distinguishing between various computers, routers, and web pages. There are a lot of strategies people can get to save your IP address. Here are only a couple of utilizing Get Your Device. On the off chance that somebody acquires or utilize your PC, they can figure out remote what your IP address is in flash. Teaming up on internet-based sheets. If you have any desire to partake in different conversation while you are associated with the net at home, gathering administration can see your public IP, adapt to and track down your district on informal organization while utilizing online entertainment is entertaining. Those framework accumulate many tricks, records, route roughly your way of life, pulse, lead, interest, and your IP. Your following your IP manage is criminal for however long it is generally utilized for lawbreaker spots. Yet individual clients can likewise Wi-Fi hint your IP address. Assuming there might be no thought process to hurt you in any capacity, there is no guideline to keep them from sneaking around you. Expect if their advantages, including hacking or social strategies. Thank you.
A very good morning, sir. My name is Krishna. I am from batch 21 and my ID is DM062002. Today I am going to present about what can human do with your IP. Your IP address is fundamental for sending and getting data on the web. Yet in the event that a programmer realizes your IP address, they can utilize it to hold on to truly significant data, including your area and online character, involving this data as a beginning stage. They might actually hack your gadget and take your personality from there. The sky is the limit. Cyber criminals can utilize different strategies to acquire your IP address. Two of the most well-known are social designing and online stalking. Attackers can utilize social design to delete you into uncovering your IP address. For instance, they can find you through Skype or a comparative testing application which utilize IP locations to convey. Assuming you visit with outsiders utilizing this application, it is critical to take note of that they can see your IP address. Assailants can utilize a Skype resolver instrument where they can find your IP address from your username. Your IP address is a unique string of numbers assigned to you by your ISP, like a delivery address for online traffic. If you connect to a different Wi-Fi or move house, your IP address will change along with your location. Most ISP use dynamic IP addresses, which aren't fixed to your device, but you can have a static IP if you wish to. You can learn more about different types of IP address here. For example, if you want your computer IP address to always stay the same, you will be able to specify that throughout the device settings. This can be useful when port forwarding if you want certain data to be sent directly from your router to your computer IP address. By borrowing your device, if somebody borrows or use your computer, they can find out what your IP address is in seconds, as there are countless free websites that let you do that. From an email, if you send an email to someone, they can check the header of the message, which will contain your IP address. Yahoo and Microsoft Outlook are known to include IP addresses in the email header. Clicking on a link, any link you click on will need to provide your IP address for the server at the other end to deliver the content provided by the link. Whoever owns that server will see your IP address by hacking your router. If somebody has guessed your router's password and logged in, they can easily view your IP address from a web server. Every time you visit a website, your IP address is collected and stored on a server. Anyone who owns that server can go and lock up your IP, clicking on an ad. When you click on an ad, you are giving your IP to the service provider. Some online ads can be created by malicious actors and put your security at risk. Participating in online forums. If you like to participate in various discussions when you are connected to the internet at home, forum admins can view your public IP address and sniff out your location. Connecting to a fake hotspot. Hackers can set a fake hotspot and view your IP address and personal information, or even infect your device with malware. On social networks, while using social media is fine, these platforms collect a lot of sensitive information about your life, friends, habits, interests, and IP. Thank you.
Hi sir, I'm Tivaka Kanyapan from batch 21. My ID number is TEM04223. Now I'm going to present those involved in security system. Computer and information system specialized and managers play an important role in technology research, applications, and administration in the organizations where they work. Those in management position help define organizational goals and then monitor how technology is used to achieve those goals. They were involved in every technical aspects of an organization, including computing and system requirements, software development, network security, and electric documents, hardware installation, and upgrading. In medium and large firm, this work is divided into various type of computer and information system managers, including chief officers information, chief technology officer, IT director, and IT security manager. Each of these roles assume different responsibility, but they work together to ensure efficient and effective integration of technology into the organization. The weakness in security system. The rapid pace of IT development today poses a huge challenge to the global IT security industry. Almost all fields such as economics, politics, education, social defense, medication, as well as science and technology depend on the development and processes of IT in the world. In line with the high demand and processes, the the threat of intrusion in the IT environment is also increasing, making the field of IT security a policy requirement in the all IT environments. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Priyanka. My ID number is DM05200069. Today I'm talking about the report. I'm taking two parts. The first part is any branch of conduct. A contract of employee is a legal binding agreement between you and your employee. A breach of the contract happens when either you or your employee breaks one of the terms. For example, your employee does not pay your wages or you don't work the agreed hours. Not at all the terms of a contract be written down. A breach may be of verbal agreed terms, a written terms, or any implied terms of contract, such as when employee need to determine if there has been any breach of the employee contract by employers. The first step is to check the context of any written contracts. The second part is whether staff or outsider. Maybe outsiders. The risk of insider treats compared of outsider treat is any ongoing debate. Thought more companies are taking notice of the risk that insider can pose to the company data security today than the past. Historical, the data breaches that make news typical carry out by outsider. While these breaches can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, often millions more, thousand outsider threats are general data threats that have been addressed with traditional security measures. It's the threats the originate of from insider, that are much more difficult to prevent and delete using one-size-fits-all security measure. Thank you.
Hi sir, my name is Pravina Sri Nedunjalian. My ID number is DEM05200071. This video presentation only for the assignment purpose. The first one, take one example type of systems which can hack. Phishing, perhaps the most common form of cybercrime. Phishing involves the mass sending of emails from seemingly real addresses with the goal of tricking potential victims into opening the links or attachments included in them. The targets will receive an email from someone claiming to be their bank, urging them to click on the included link and confirm their password. When they click on the link, they will be taken to a fake online banking login page, and all the information they enter will be sent directly to the hackers. The second one, other relevant informations. Anyone who can use a computer connected to the internet is susceptible to the threats that computer hackers and online predators pose. Those online villains typically use phishing scams, spam and email or instant messages and bogus websites to deliver dangerous malware to your computer and compromise your computer security. Computer hackers can also try to access your computer and private information directly if you are not protected by a firewall. Thank you.